Yo, what's up, guys? It's Ben 10 here back with another video, and this is me predicting the Big 12 season. So, here we're going to start with New Hampshire versus UCF. UCF's going to win. Colorado's going to win. Kansas is going to win. Utah's going to win. Now let me check here. Pretty sure I have Stanford winning. No. TCU's going to win. Penn State's going to win. Oklahoma State's going to win. Cincinnati's going to win. Iowa State. Baylor. Kansas State. Houston. Texas Tech. BYU. Arizona State. And Arizona. So, there you go. Now the next is Oklahoma State will beat Arkansas. Kansas State will beat Tulane. Cincinnati will beat Pitt. Baylor will lose to Utah. And I think Iowa will beat Iowa State in a pretty good game, but I think Iowa State will end up losing. West Virginia, Sam Houston's so new they'll lose probably by a lot to UCF. Kansas is gonna win. Let's see who's gonna win the second one. I'm trying to remember. Nah, Colorado's gonna win. Oklahoma, TCU, Arizona, Texas Tech or Washington State. I'm gonna go with Washington State, and then Arizona State. So I think that makes the most sense. Yeah, that definitely makes the most sense. Kidoki. Here we go. Now we're going to go the next week. And you guys can see here, I know I'm using a different website this time because I found this one. This seems a lot nicer and easier to use week by week, so you'll see like the rankings here. Here we go. BYU or SMU. I have SMU winning. But after seeing SMU's close game to Nevada, it's got me questioning, but I still think they can come out on top. Kansas will win against UNLV. Arizona State will take down Texas State with ease. Arizona and Kansas State. Now, this game's going to be really close, but I'm going to give it to the home opponent because it's just the home field advantage. These two teams could easily be evenly matched. So it could go either way. Give me Cincinnati. Give me Texas Tech. Oklahoma State. And then give me West Virginia over Pitt, Utah over Utah State, Air Force or Baylor. Give me Baylor. Give me Colorado. Give me UCF here. And we'll go with Houston and then BYU. Okay, next week, week 4 is up next. We have BYU versus Kansas State. I think Kansas State wins that. And I think Colorado has a really good, strong start. Give me Oklahoma State. SMU over TCU. Arizona State wins against Texas Tech. Houston wins against Cincinnati. And then Kansas beats West Virginia and Iowa State wins that. So there's week 4 done and out of the way. Now on to week 5. BYU beats Baylor. Oklahoma State beats Kansas State on their away game. That's going to be a really good game. But you'll see why I have Oklahoma winning that. It's really hard because the Big 12 is actually very competitive. Like, very competitive. It could go either way for most of these teams. In Arizona and Utah, this could go either way as well. But I'm gonna go with Arizona on this one over Utah. I think they could pull it off. TCU, I think, wins this one. I see Kansas upsetting Iowa State. Then Iowa State moving on. Oklahoma State moving on. Arizona moving on. And Florida moving on. Yeah. So we got Florida moving on. Right? I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Okay. Now we go to the next 7. This is going to be a lot shorter because I don't have to draw out things. So it's a nice shorter video. More. No, I'll give my details after I pick everyone. Utah or Arizona State. This game could go either way as well. I don't know. Does Arizona State? I'm going to have to give it to Utah here. And then BYU versus Arizona. I think Arizona wins. And then Kansas State. This is where the decline of Colorado goes. So, Cincinnati or UCF. I'm going to go with UCF winning. And then Iowa State beating West Virginia. Week 7 is up next. Another hard game for Oklahoma State, but I think Oklahoma State comes out on top. Iowa State will come out on top. Kansas will come out on top. Give me Baylor to win this game against Texas Tech. Arizona beats Colorado at home. Arizona State wins. Utah wins. Kansas State wins. Like, if you're taking a look up here, these teams right here are all like, it's like a tight battle. BYU could come out and just end up beating a lot of these teams as well because they have a talented roster. UCF's not as bad. Arizona State's also not bad. Colorado, you never really know with them. Like, here, Colorado, I think, would beat Cincinnati. I don't think Cincinnati's that good. Kansas versus Kansas State is also like, shit, who do I pick for this? Like, this game could go either way. But, I mean, Kansas just has a powerful offense. I think it's going to be hard to shut them down. Similar to this team, but, I mean, they have a better overall team. Kansas does, in my opinion. So I'm going to put Kansas over Kansas State. The 3 teams I see moving along is going to be like the 3 teams that I think could be in it, like could swap from Kansas to Kansas State, to be honest, going to the Big 12 championship. To be completely real with y'all, I could see it going that way. Baylor, I think can come out on top there against TCU. Iowa State wins, Oklahoma State wins, Arizona wins, and then Kansas State wins. Okay, this game, Arizona State, give me Kansas. Ooh, or Iowa State could come out on top here. Oh, that's... Well, we might go back, but I'm going to put Kansas there for now. Oklahoma State winning that. Colorado wins there. West Virginia wins, then Utah. Okay, next. Arizona. Ooh, Kansas or BYU. Give me Kansas again. And then I want Utah against... I favor Utah over Colorado there. And Arizona State versus Kansas State could also go either way, but I'm going to give it to Kansas State. And then West Virginia. Week 13. Okay, Arizona State or BYU? Give me Arizona State. Well, I think Arizona State still wins that. BYU's not a terrible team by any means. It's just the Big 12 is pretty damn competitive. This will be an offensive shootout game. Colorado and Kansas. But I'm getting Kansas on that one. Oklahoma State. Arizona there. Give me Houston. Give me give me Utah there. And then give me West Virginia. No, give me UCF there. All right. Oklahoma State. Utah, Kansas, BYU. Iowa State or Kansas? We're going to give it to Kansas State. We're going to give it to West Virginia and then Arizona and then TCU. So right now, as you can see on the left-hand side, I know you guys probably can't see, but right here, there's the overalls. And that's the final week. The only things I'd probably change here is if I go back, there's gonna be a game that Kansas loses. And I think it could be against Kansas State. Yeah, I think if that's the game they're gonna lose. Which, to be honest, makes sense to me. But then Arizona has a couple hard games. Like, they could lose to BYU here. And I still think Kansas should. It's so hard because I think Kansas should be the one that goes into the Big 12 championship, arguably. So if there's a team they lose to, I think they could lose to this. But Arizona would be undefeated. So I guess either way you put it, yeah, I'm going to have to do that and put Arizona moving on. So if we go here, go to this, exit out there real quick. And I will move this over so you guys can see. And we can zoom in. Okay, we should be able to zoom in here. Or not. So, let me increase the size. So, if we look here, we got Oklahoma State versus Arizona. And to be honest, any of these top five I could see changed around. So we have Oklahoma State versus Arizona in the championship, and I want Oklahoma State to move on. So I think they'll get a first round bye. And then we got Arizona at 11-1, also undefeated in conference play. We got a lot of 11-1s. Kansas State 11-1. But the only reason they're above Kansas is because they beat Kansas. To be honest, these both teams are pretty evenly matched. I mean, you can also put Utah up in that mix against these teams and, like, say, any of these top five could technically be swapped around. Like, it could go either way. But I think Oklahoma State goes 12-0. 11-1 for Arizona. 11-1 for Kansas State. 11-1 for Kansas. 10-2 for Utah. 8-4 for Iowa State. Colorado with 7-5, 5-7 for BYU, UCF 5-7, West Virginia 5-7, TCU 5-7, Houston 4-8, Baylor 4-8, Texas Tech 3-9, and Cincinnati 3-9. So that is what I have predicted there. Let me know what y'all think down below, but that's what I think's gonna happen. And the championship's gonna be between these two teams, Oklahoma State and Arizona, and I see Oklahoma State moving on, winning, going for a first round bye. So the 4 first round byes, in my opinion, are going to be ranked number 1 seed, Georgia. Number 2 seed is going to be Ohio State. Number 3 seed, Clemson. Number 4 seed, Oklahoma State. That's how I have so far. Anyways, I hope you guys did end up enjoying. But there you guys go. You guys get a peek of everything. I do hope you guys enjoyed, and let me know your guys' predictions down below as well. Anyways, I will see you all in the next one. It's been your boy Ben Tenklem, and bye.